On this channel, we only give you updates that concerns Chelsea and Chelsea alone. Alright guys, welcome back to another segment. You know the way we'll do it now. We're always here to give guys updates that concerns Chelsea and Chelsea alone. Yes, today we have a lot of things to discuss about because today's segment is Chelsea Station Talk, where we talk about what is happening deep, as in the innermost part of what is happening in our club, most especially the transfer area of it, and also this preseason that has been going on so far, because a lot of observation has been taken, both from me and also from Dave. But Dave has not been here. I've been the one alone in the studio, but he's finally back from fish farming. So how was it? How many fish you catch?
Well, fish feed is very expensive, but fishes are doing well.
All right. First on our list is Conor Gallagher. I guess it's the trend going on right now. If you go on social media, you see Conor Gallagher trending because of this, and I'll call it 80% linked to Atletico Madrid, and Chelsea are ready to do that business with Atletico Madrid. And the last time I talked about Conor Gallagher, that was yesterday. I said that the only problem for that deal right now is for the player to decide. It's for the player to decide. And we woke up this morning and we saw that Chelsea is still under probability if he's going to go. You know that initially Chelsea offered him a contract, but it was a 3 years contract. Mm-hmm. And he turns down the contract. He was kind of looking for a long-term contract. That long-term contract, he wants to... For me, I think he wants it to look as if Chelsea are assuring him that he's part of the project. Instead of that 3 years contract, that is looking as if they only want to give him a new contract so that later on they can still sell him and make pure profit out of him. What's your take? Do you think Gallagher should just move on, or he should still fight for his shirt and stay with Chelsea one more time, since the contract is looking complicated?
Okay, thank you. First of all, I'll say that Gallagher staying at Chelsea is going to be detrimental to the other players, you understand? Already, Chelsea's mind, right from Pochettino's tenure, has been to sell this guy.
Yeah.
They have been to sell this guy because he's not as tactical as they want him to be, and they also want to make profit from the homegrown players, you understand?
Exactly.
So them changing their mind and offering Gallagher probably a 3 years or 2 years contract, for me, I think it's fair. I don't know on Gallagher's side. I know he wants to be at Chelsea.
On Gallagher's side, I feel why he did not accept, just like I said before. He thinks that 3 years contract is just for him not to go as a free agent because by next year, his contract is going to expire next year. By this time next year, he's done with Chelsea. You understand? He's going to be a free agent. So Chelsea don't want him to go free. So instead, they're offering him a contract, a short-term contract, in the sense that at any time, Chelsea can wake up and do the business of selling him. But the player side, he wants a long-term contract.
Well, the thing is that Chelsea can't afford to give him a long-term contract, because even if I was part of that board, I will not consider giving Gallagher a long-term contract, considering the players we have on board now.
So you are saying that Gallagher should accept the offer that
is either he accepts the offer that Chelsea are presenting to him. Definitely, if he's accepting the offer, he should have it in mind that my days at Chelsea are numbered. Understand? So it's left for him, accept the contract, and if you have a chance to play in this coming season, you prove your worth. You understand? Last season, he proved us all wrong. He was one of the driving force of Chelsea. But that doesn't mean that this coming season we're going to bank on you, because we see your limitations. Recently, we watched Dewsbury Hall at the preseason, and some people were saying that, Dewsbury Hall is a perfect fit or perfect replacement for Gallagher, that he's even better than Gallagher. Gallagher should even go. So already Chelsea fans are having this mindset that, we've gotten a replacement, so Gallagher can go. Understand? It's for me, it's either I decide to go to Atletico Madrid. My first choice will be to go to Atletico Madrid, or accept the 3 years contract Chelsea is offering you if you indeed want to stay at Chelsea.
And prove us wrong.
Then if you prove us wrong, Chelsea board can actually redecide. They can resit your case and decide to say, okay, this guy is good for us. Let us see how we can offer him a long-term contract, a long-term, include him into the project, actually. And even see how to even give him a leadership role in that Chelsea squad.
Because right now, it's not looking as if he's being included.
It's not because, see, we have a lot of midfield depth. You understand? Lately, I watched Romeo Lavia and I was wow. I won't give him all the credit. Actually, just one game, I watched him and I was impressed. But then, there is depth in that midfield. And I don't see Gallagher really finding his way around that midfield areas easily. So, another thing I would say is, instead of you to just be at the bench and not, contribute anything in the team as a player who's at his peak now, why not go to a club that values you?
Yes, that wants you.
That values you, that values your contributions, and they see what you can bring to their team. Go there and prove your worth and play your football. You can even prove Chelsea wrong, and in the next 3 to 4 years, you're looking how to buy you back. It's always how we do.
Mount has not proved us wrong. Sure. Mount has not proved us wrong. All right. You can still drop your thoughts and opinion over Conor Gallagher case, because by this weekend we should be getting a final talk on that Gallagher, if he's still going to leave Chelsea, or he will stay and accept the contract, or he will just stay there for the full next season. Then his contract will just expire, just in case Chelsea does not give him a new contract. But the thing is that Chelsea don't want to lose money on Gallagher's head. They don't want to lose funds. They need the money. Those men. Yes, because of this Gallagher conversation, you said something about Dewsbury Hall, Romeo Lavia, and those two players that you enjoy, that you believe that they are perfect, they are good in the midfield area, that you saw something good from them. Including me myself, I said some good things about our players after the Club American game. Both Nkunku, all of them. I believe you watched that game. Yes, I know everybody has been saying good things, but be truthful to yourself as a Chelsea fan. Are you rating them based on they play the poor side?
Really, a poor side. Well, it's funny because when we analyzed, or I think we did a preview, or you did a preview before the match, but we have already done something. We spoke about Club America before now, and we said that they are one of the best. In fact, they are the best in their league. I think I don't the ones that won their league.
They are champions.
They are champions, actually. So, and we all know that playing an American side is difficult. You understand? Because American football comes with so much physicality and aggressiveness, and I saw that in the game. I saw a lot of falling down, pushing down, all like a little bit of the aggressiveness in that match that day. So I want to call Club America a poor side. Understand? I want to call Club America a poor side. For me, it was I think it was just a tough game for Chelsea. Actually, they just made use of their chances. Chelsea actually made use of their chances. You can see the chance that Maguire had. He converted it. You can see the penalties were all converted. Understand? So Chelsea made use of their chances, and every player had their own contributions. As much as I would like to talk about some players that did not actually do anything in that game, but every player tried. Like I was saying, in the preseason, you might not... for someone like Dewsbury Hall, for example, I know he missed some chances in that game. But what can you pick out from Dewsbury Hall? What I can pick out from him is the fact that he makes good runs and he positions very well.
Yeah.
You understand? I know he fell down a lot. I will attribute that to his boots. The boots he was wearing that in that match was not actually good. That's why he was slipping and he was falling down, actually. But then his runs and his positioning was spot on. It was good for me. Same with Romeo Lavia.
Okay. That's a very good one. Don't forget we are playing Man City tomorrow. Man City have lost 3 of their preseason games. Don't be surprised when they get Chelsea now. You see another thing altogether. Yes, let me take you back to the coach. I know we have not sit down in the studio and talk much. So it has always been me. But since you are back from this year of fish farming, we'll be talking now. This Maresca, did you see something different in the Club America match from the one you saw in Wrexham and also Celtic?
Well, I see a coach...
In terms of these inverting and everything.
I see a coach that is very watchful and sees the errors in previous games and makes corrections. Understand? I just saw it. I'm not saying that this is how it is, but I just saw it in the Club America game. You understand? And he made a statement concerning the Celtic game. He said the defense were playing a high line even when they were without the ball, and that is suicide. And if you watch, he corrected it in the next game, the Club America game, and we saw the inversion of the right back. It was changed because he had realized that it's not working, or not because he can't work, but because the player that is involved there, Rhys James. I'm not saying Rhys James can't play as a midfielder, but if you don't play Rhys James in his original position, you will limit him because Rhys James contributes a lot to any team when he's playing at his best and his right position, which is that right wing back, because he knows how to
navigate
and run inside the opponent's defense and make those crosses, those sublime crosses and passes that he always does. He can also score for you when he's at that opportunity. But if you limit him at that inversion point, that's the central midfield rule, you don't see him doing much of that. Now, the reason why we didn't have problems with Cucurella inverting last season was because Cucurella was not this player that was giving us much of the crosses.
Yeah.
He wasn't really providing any terms of assist.
He was acting as if he was playing more of a DM.
Yes, he was just being defensive. He was doing more of a defensive role. So that's why we as Chelsea fans, we didn't complain so much. But
he did it in the Spain.
Yes.
National team.
But if you don't know, in case you don't know, Cucurella can actually play more of an offensive role.
Yeah.
I've watched him when he was playing in the La Liga, and bro, man, that guy was hot when he was playing for La Liga in the La Liga.
Yeah, I got that.
And then you saw his contribution in the finals for the Euros, that assist he made. And I was like, so Cucurella can actually make an assist like this, and he's always, drawing back and stuff. That is the reason why Chelsea fans did not complain last season that Cucurella was inverting in the midfield area, because he was just doing more of the defensive role.
It's the basic.
That is the basic thing that the club demanded from him. But you see, James, we cannot accept James inverting into that center midfield. We will miss that crosses that he gives. We will miss that run he made. James is an attacking defender.
Yes, exactly.
The only place I see him defending well is one-on-one. But you see, attacking wise, James is that type of attacking defender. So let's leave him there. Let's leave him in that right back position. That is my take on him.
Gusto playing from the left wing and also inverting to the midfield.
First of all, I'll say Gusto. We signed. In fact, Chelsea have a wonderful, wonderful player. We really did well in terms of signing Malo Gusto, because I see a versatile player, a player that can play in basically any role that you give to him. We saw him playing even as a winger. I don't know if you remember the last game against Nottingham Forest last season. Playing as a winger. And now you see him play the central midfield. You see him playing left back. You see him playing right back. That's the versatility we are looking for from any player, from every player.
Yeah.
And for me, he did well in that position, although he's still the James kind of player. Because when you have Gusto at the right back areas, Gusto can also cross for you. Gusto can also dribble. Gusto can also make runs in the opponent's defense.
And he's also attacking.
They are just similar. But my happiness is that he can play other roles very well. He can do well at other roles. That's my happiness. So Gusto was one of the best players in the Club America game. I think, was it yesterday or day before yesterday? Day before yesterday, he was the best player. He did very well. I like the fact that he could invert and still go back to the main position and hold that left back area very well. Understand? Because there's one thing about you playing as a left back or a right back. Don't forget that you have wingers coming up against you.
Exactly.
So you don't have to leave. Now, understand what you are trying to say when you said James shouldn't be inverted almost immediately.
I said it earlier on.
You understand?
People don't understand.
Yes, you don't invert a player immediately when the match is starting up. Allow the player to play at his original position. Then as time goes on, you can now know how to invert him. Because there are wingers coming, you're opening that space. And if you don't have a good centre back to cover up two areas, because it's almost like he's covering up two areas, it will be difficult. So that is my own take.
Talking about centre back, the love for Badishi is something else. Need to be studied.
Why?
We love that our coaches, Posh loved Badishio. Now, Maresca is continuing from that position. Almost every game, he always starts Badishio. I'm not condemning Badishio, but Badishio has a lot to learn. I have a lot to learn.
Well, first of all, let's speak as analysts and let's not speak as fans or emotional people.
Exactly.
You understand?
Okay.
The fact that Maresca and even Pochettino were using more of Badashi when he was around, it shows that there is this thing that this boy has
That he
that
sees
he can
in the
offer
training.
in the training ground. There's this potential he has. But we as fans, I know we are not happy with it at all. In fact, if I had the opportunity to say sell Badashi right now,
We will say it.
please, because we cannot afford the mistakes he has been making in this preseason, in the actual season. We can't afford. And it's looking like his gameplay has slowed down. Yeah, so he's always slowing down the ball. He's not moving the ball. I hate, there's one thing I hate so much in football. When you are losing or you have not scored, or you are trying to score a goal, and then you are now slowing down the game.
Slowing down the tempo.
The tempo of the game. And that is one thing that Badashi has been doing. And one thing about slowing down game is that if your opponents are pressing you, they will mount you under pressure. And that is where the mistake comes from. By the time you slow down the game, by the time you're not thinking, oh, should I pass to the goalkeeper or should I pass to the next defender? Before you know, the other opponent is making a run against you, and you'll be pressured to make a mistake. I'm not really comfortable with Badashi's performance so far. If he's one player that him and Madueke, actually, I know you're coming to Madueke, but he's one
Madueke.
he's one player that
let me just say, let's have Messi.
have mercy on
Let's have Messi. I've said a lot about that guy. I'll just have Messi. But the truth remains that we need to sign a right winger. Except something changed, then we have to push Palmer back to the actual position, which is being a right winger. We know that Palmer is another versatile player that can also play in the midfield role, can play as an attacking midfielder, can play as a winger. You understand? But
if you ask me my own opinion, Enzo Maresca, I hope you just listen. I just think, please, just keep Palmer back on that right wing.
Exactly.
Please. We all know that Palmer is a creative player. Definitely, even from that right wing, he can still create inside.
Still create, yes.
You understand? And now that I've watched Christopher Nkunku, I've been watching him in this preseason.
Exactly.
My man's best position or the good position that is suitable for Nkunku is the number 10 position. Please, leave him there. Leave him there. Now imagine you having Nkunku at that 10 position and having Palmer, because Nkunku is this kind of player that likes to play 1-2 kind of football. You know, just that one.
Give me, I give you.
Give me, I give you, that kind of, running into spaces. And now you have Palmer at the right wing, pairing up with that Nkunku. You can imagine the kind of havoc they will cause. Understand? But if you say you want to play Palmer in the number 10 position, for example, and then play Nkunku at the right, I don't see that effectiveness.
Yeah.
It's my limiting because Nkunku is not even a left footer. So, in any case, Palmer can also, from the right wing, can also enter inside the central midfield role and still create. It's all an advantage for Chelsea. So, I know the coach has better ideas, but for me, leave Palmer at the right wing position, as the right winger, and then play Nkunku as the number 10. We are going to cook next season.
Well, I'm not going to talk about Madueke. A lot has been said about him. The only thing I said is that he needs to change his attitude. He needs to know that he's playing for Chelsea. And also he needs to heads up. That's all.
Apart from even the attitude problem, he's not even giving us what we want at that right wing. You understand? I don't know about any other person, but this preseason, that's why I said if there's any player I should really hit on, it's Badashil and Madueke, because there are players that have played last season under Pochettino. They've played, obviously, so I expect them to be better and start from the preseason and tell us that you are better, not from when the season starts. And so far, I've been watching that right wing because we expect a lot from our right wingers. We expect a lot. The demand is too much. And then I don't see any good link-up play from Madueke. Sometimes the trapping of the ball is zero. Sometimes he can't even complete one dribble.
And he's lazy to meet up some certain passes.
And the worst of it all is that when it comes to penalty, you are the
to...
first to rush to come. What's so special about penalties, even in preseasons? Yes, I know it's part of the games, but then, in fact, I don't expect you as a professional. I keep saying it. If you're a footballer and your name, as long as you're playing for a big club like Chelsea, you're an influencer.
Exactly.
Sorry to say it, you're an influencer because you're influencing younger ones, young boys that are coming up to want to play football. You're influencing them. So in all cases, you have to have the right attitude first of all. You have to be professional. You have to have the right ethics as a human being first of all, and then as a player. You grab. So he's not influencing the younger ones in a positive way. You are rushing for penalty that you didn't even win.
All right. Let's conclude by this with Victor Osimhen. I guess you have been following the Victor Osimhen case. Napoli wants Lukaku. Chelsea wants Victor Osimhen, but Chelsea are not willing to pay the money. Chelsea wants him on loan. The agent came out to deny that there's nothing like that, any loan. But Napoli and Chelsea, they are trying to find a perfect match for both players, how they are going to handle this thing. But will you be happy if Chelsea take Victor Osimhen on loan? And also, do you think we need Victor Osimhen at this time with what you have seen so far? I know that you have said something about Victor Osimhen, but talking about the striking role, do we really need him?
There's too much pressure concerning Victor Osimhen, actually. And somehow I'm almost buried out to that pressure, you understand?
Yeah.
Victor Osimhen coming on loan to Chelsea is the best idea for me because we are not yet sure. Understand?
Yeah.
We are not yet sure of how he can be able to be the star man in that Chelsea team. Me, personally, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. So
me, I'm sure.
In that case,
except in confirm my hand.
That's the point. This is football. Understand? Most analysts will tell you that Osimhen come to Chelsea, how well is he going to fit into the system? But there's no problem with that. If he comes on loan and he proves me wrong, so I know he's not going to prove you wrong. You're already sure. If he proves me wrong, then we can actually look for a way and buy him outrightly. We can actually spend the money and buy him. But if Napoli is requesting for us to buy him outrightly now, it's obvious the release clause is too much.
They want us to... Initially, it was supposed to be bring so amount, whether 58 million pounds coupled with Romelu Lukaku.
It's too much.
We can't do that kind of business.
It's too much because if you look at, they are the ones even gaining because Lukaku is also... Forget about what we say about Lukaku. He's a good player. He's a good fit.
Yes.
He's still a good striker.
A good player that Conte wants. Conte is the one pushing all this pressure on Napoli. They want Lukaku. How many goals did he score in Roma last season? He scored very good goals. At least
he scored at most 17 to 18 goals.
To 20 goals, if I'm not mistaken. So what are we not saying? All right, I guess that would be all for now on the Chelsea Station Talk with Dave and Peters. For now, do well to like, share, subscribe, follow this page, because on this channel, we only give you updates that concerns Chelsea and Chelsea alone.